Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Today we're going to be looking at two of my most recent green skin battles. Still one of my favorite factions to pick. Here I'm going up against Chaos, and then I'll be going, or in another video I'll be going on against the green skins. Okay. So this is a very infantry heavy Chaos build. This is Chaos like how I imagine Chaos. Lately you see a lot of like monster builds, which seem to be decently effective, almost more effective than infantry builds. But we'll take a look at the armies here. Man, my frames are just horrible. Okay. Sorry. Let's see what that does. Perfect. Okay. So here we have a pretty prototypical greenskin build, but I broke my own rule and I brought some black orcs because I was afraid of the terror of the chaos. So these guys are immune to psychology, which is helpful. So I've got the main line of 3 black orcs. I've got 2 biggins on each side, supported by a squig and a goblin big boss with a healing potion. I've got this hammer of gork up here in front. And so this is an armor-piercing rock lobber, essentially, that also decreases melee stats, which is helpful. I have the rusty airs here to deal with any giants or any other big creatures they bring, and I got Wurzag here. And part of the reason I deployed so far back is because I want his effigy of the Git to charge, and he is protected by another goblin big boss. He has Irigo and Foot of Gork, and that's it. And then up front I have more grubs, mangy marauders. So these are armor-piercing wolf riders. So very effective against chaos, I think. Here he has a main line of 2 chaos warriors and 2 chaos marauders with Prince Sigvald. You don't see him very often. And in the back, heavy hitting force. 2 Chaos Warriors with halberds, and then 2 just Chaos Warriors. And then he has a Chaos Giant. He has a Chaos Spawn. And he has Chaos Knights and Chaos Knights with Lances, 1 of each. So you're going to see me immediately engage here with my mangy marauders. Going to be running across the battlefield. I really like these guys. Brave little goblins, right? Running this close to big, terrifying creatures. And so I definitely see those halberds. And I feel like the halberds, the giant, and the chaos spawn are some of the biggest threats to my black orcs. The chaos warriors will not be able to get through my black orcs armor. The aspiring champions I can ignore essentially, and they'll do their thing. Chaos Marauders, not a threat. Chaos Warriors, not a threat. Sigvald, if he gets in with Wurzag, he'll kill him really fast because he has the Duelist trait, so he's really good on one-on-one against an unmounted lord like Wurzag. I have Wurzag. You're going to see my mangy Marauders here moving up to start shooting, but they just wouldn't start shooting for a second, but now they will, which is nice. A little shot in the Sigvald's butt. Get rid of his pretty armor. This is just going to incentivize him to just move forward. And I really want to get to these halberds, but these chaos spawn, if they get their charge, they might be able to catch me, so I'm a little bit nervous. But you'll see me trying to go after them here in a second, but I'm perfectly fine shooting at chaos warriors too. Or even chaos spawn, to be honest. That flanking shot a little bit of the marauders there. Oh, you can see almost caught me there, but managed to pull out in time. And I'll start shooting at these chaos spawn. Foolishly shooting at the chaos warriors. My hammer of Gork here is going to be targeting initially these chaos warriors, but then eventually these halberds once they come to range. I've taken to putting my artillery up front really far lately, just because it interrupts any charges they might want. And it's hard to make a unit like that pay for itself past. Oh, here, you can say I made a run for these Chaos Halberds, but he started to try and close the gaps here, and I, managed to get away. The Chaos Spawn right there! Run, goblins! Oh, he got one. You can see his wolf running off there. So that was close. Getting it with one loss is not bad. It's just, I end up shooting my own people with these guys. More than the enemy. Again, I'm horrible with the micro, so it's part of the reason why the greenskins are so nice. Is there's a couple units you got a micro, and there's abilities, and there's potions, but it's all pretty manageable, especially with secured flanks, like with the biggins and the squigs. So there, I downed one model of Chaos Spawn, and he's gonna start chasing me with the Chaos Knights, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm just gonna set them on skirmish, keep an eye on the mini map, make sure they don't get to the red line, and they'll just keep firing. They're almost out of ammo anyways. But they definitely paid for themselves already, just from the damage they've done here. Here, you're going to see this giant, one of my bigger threats here. I'm going to roll Wurzag up here, get him in range. Effigy of the Git here, so he's going to take some damage. And then I'm going to open fire here with my Rusty Airs. He's going to move his Chaos Knights with Lances against my artillery. Not the best move, I don't think. But he does get the Hammer of Gork off the field, and he probably saves a volley or two. As well, it's going to give his Chaos Marauders the charge, essentially. He's very heavily loaded on this flank, and I'm okay with that. I'll move my men eventually over. Here, the Chaos Marauders engaged. I'm trying to get a rear charge here with the Squig Herd. They're not going to like that. And that's going to rout them almost immediately. And then I'm going to gang up here on these Chaos Spawn. The effigy of the Git has worn off, but I don't think he knows that yet, so I'm just getting some free volleys here. And with that, the Rusty Airs have paid for themselves as well. But he's going to micro this giant right into the side, and that's okay. He'll do some damage here, but I think with the support of the airs, he's going to be fine. Here you can see a charge. Rear charge with the Squigs. Very deadly against armored Chaos Warriors. Especially with Black Orcs in the front. Here you can see he's bringing his Chaos Knights back in. My Mangy Marauders are just harassing. He's bringing his Halberds around the flank, and I know I'm going to lose this side now. But I'm okay with that. That's fine. We can blob up here, and that'll be fine. Like a foot of Gork there. Send some of them flying. Don't do too much damage, but gets them staggered a bit. Here I'm going to countercharge with my Squig and my hero, and I'm going to just pile my Marauders into the back so they can't cycle charge. So the Giant's gone down. Wurzag is in combat with Prince Sigvald, and he is losing fast. Even with the support of all my troops around here, he is not going to like that. So I'm going to pull him out and hope the rest of my troops can mob him down. He's going to send a Chaos Warrior after this Rusty Airs. Good move. If he turns them around to charge in here, they're just going to get shot to pieces. And he's going to protect his Halberds. But at this point, I've mopped up his high value units. His Halberds, one of his Halberds, his Chaos Knights, his other Chaos Knight, his Chaos Spawn. And so I'm feeling pretty confident at this point. And Greenskin, I definitely think, has the definite advantage here against Chaos. And so, good game to my opponent. Let's go take a look at the kills. Hammer of Gork, 27 kills, not horrible, not good either. 3 kills here on Wurzag, which is pretty bad. 37, 39 on the Black Orcs, 72 on these Biggins. I'm assuming that was the one that was charged by the Marauders on the flank, on the right flank. 2 kills here on these guys, but they took out the Giant, so worth it. These guys dealt a lot of damage just to various units, but didn't get a lot of kills. Did a good job distracting that Chaos Knight, which could have been running cycle charges. 32 here on this Chaos Knight. That's the one that charged my Hammer of Gork. Surprising amount of kills there. Yeah, anyways. Good game to my opponent. Definitely took the lesser faction here, I think. But, put up a good fight. It's hard to counter kind of this green skin anti-armor build. And I like his infantry build with with chaos. I think it's much more lore friendly. Anyways, that's that.